I'm Kitty.
And I'm Max.
And this is Dango Duo!
Welcome back to what will canonically be the first review of Dango Duo's Revival.
Revival Duo.
By the time you watch this, we've actually already recorded like 6, maybe 7 reviews.
And like 4 or 5 are edited, so...
Yeah, so, but no matter that, why are we beginning with an episode from spring anime? Well, this here is Fruits Basket.
The only spring anime that matters.
The only spring anime that matters.
I really haven't looked at the rest of them, but it's really the only one that matters.
We really wanted to have this be the first video because not only is Kitty the greatest, biggest Fruits Basket fan,
I'm fucking hype.
But as a part of our channel, we actually did a spoiler zone like over an hour long going over the original animated series.
Mm-hmm. Which I loved as a kid. Which came out in, by the way, 2001, so, woo!
So we have a lot to go through, but let's just take it from the beginning. If someone's watching this and they have no idea what Fruits Basket is about, Kitty, give them a little summary.
Well, the series Fruits Basket, or as it is abbreviated, Furuba, began in 1998 as a manga series that went up until 2006. It also followed with a sequel manga that went for a couple of years. The original anime came out in 2001 by Studio Dean, and it ran for about half a year. And now, 2019, 18 years later, we have a new series produced by TMS. Now, the series of Fruits Basket follows the story of Tohru Handa, an orphan girl who, after meeting Yuki, Kyo, and Shigure Soma, learns that the 12 members of the Soma family have been possessed by the animals of the Chinese zodiac, and are cursed to turn into their animal forms when they are weak, stressed, or when embraced by anyone of the opposite sex that is not possessed by a zodiac spirit.
The story is focused on not only the Soma family, but Tohru as she kind of experiences the weirdness that is the Soma family, the 12 plus 1 members of the Chinese zodiac, and of course, shenanigans ensue.
I mean, when you have a premise like a shoujo premise of you can't hug your boyfriend, though, that's some good shit.
You know, we're going in.
We're going in there.
Now, we're only reacting/reviewing the first episode of the new anime.
Because at the time of recording, it's the only one that's out.
There's only one episode out. We will make it a point to review the whole thing when it's out. We might do like a half seas, like the first 6 episodes.
Or maybe just first season, however long that's going to take.
We did not clarify this, but this new animation is going to be covering the manga, the entirety of it.
Yep.
So we're in for a long ride, boys.
Because let me tell you, if you did the math from the description I gave, the original anime came out in 2001, 5 years before the manga had actually finished, so they had their own ending that kind of stopped right in the middle.
I'm looking at your notes, and it looks like the manga ran from 1998 to 2066. Oh, I'm like, that's a long-running shoujo manga right there.
Listen, 98 to 2006 is long enough.
That is still really long.
I know.
But before we go anywhere else, Kitty, let's take it to the next level.
Next level.
What did you like the most about the first episode of Furuba?
Listen, you guys, I'm just really happy it's back. I'm just so happy.
Kitty, don't cry. Kitty wanted so badly to watch this first episode.
I've been asking since it came out. I was like, Max, can we watch it now? Can we watch it now? Can we watch it now? Please, can we watch it now? Please. And then logical me came to the senses of we should watch this soon before recording the reaction, otherwise I may forget. But also, it's fucking Furuba. I'm so hyped. Anyway, that's not actually my main point of interest. I'm just really excited.
It's just a little side note, just establish the tone of this video.
Also, I'm sick, so I may be sounding a little under the weather. It's because I am, but no. My real point is that this is a incredibly, and you're going to talk a little bit about this too. This is an incredibly faithful adaptation to the manga. It even brings in a plot point that is not introduced in the first chapter of the manga, but introduced later as having an effect on Tohru's character. They bring it into the first episode to kind of tie that whole thing together, because in the manga it comes in like halfway to 2/3 of the way through the thing. So obviously the original manga didn't know it was going to be that plot point, and the original anime didn't know it was going to have that plot point, but the new anime put it in there. And I'm being very vague for a reason, but you'll know the scene if you've seen the manga that I'm talking about.
Now, there was one more thing you wanted to say about this new adaptation.
Did I?
Yeah, Kitty?
Also, it's fucking gorgeous. Holy shit. It's so beautiful, and it's so stylized in a way that still fits the original manga and the anime, but it's still beautiful, and oh my god.
I also really feel that this new style will age a little better than the original anime.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's a little bit more contemporary. And I know that, you know, when time passes, maybe this will not age as well either. But right now it looks way better. It is way easier to recommend this incarnation of Fruits Basket than the original one. Is there anything else you want to say before I take it?
Pass it over.
So, as someone who didn't grow up watching Fruits Basket, and and we watched together.
A couple years ago?
No, yes.
Last year?
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Year and a half ago?
We watched all of it together, and I can definitely say that this new adaptation is very faithful to the original anime, and it serves as a fantastic launchpad to anyone who's interested, because even though I enjoyed my time with the original Fruits Basket, I find that hard to recommend it because it has aged not very well.
Not the best. I mean, like, surprisingly, a lot of the plot points and all that kind of stuff, because from the summary you can kind of tell is, like, they talk about sex in a binary, but,
yeah.
like, it actually, even the original anime kind of dealt with, you know, presenting gender in a different way, and it was very forward-thinking, but it is still
It was also an anime from 2001.
So, it's gonna be hard to go back.
I am, if anything, one of my positives is that I am excited to see how this new adaptation tackles the source material. It is, because remember, as Kitty mentioned, the original anime ended before the manga finished. Mm-hmm. So there's kind of a split in the road where the story kind of goes to different ways. You know, the classic story of anime adaptations. Mm-hmm. And now that the series has been over forever, and there's the original anime to work kind of as a launch pad, I want to see where this story goes. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it tackles some of the most unfortunate parts of the story a little bit better.
And
I want to believe.
Also, we'll get to see the other Zodiac members.
We'll also see, yeah.
I'm so excited to see Rin in anime form.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's the horse, right?
Yeah, she's the horse. Fucking love her.
Yeah. Now, this wouldn't be a Dango Duo video without a little bit of the plus and a little bit of the minus. Kitty, what did you dislike the most about Furuba Episode 1?
Listen, guys, I'm just really excited for Fruits Basket. I couldn't even find a negative. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy it's back. I'm so happy it's modernized a little bit. And I'm just really excited. We didn't get to watch the dub because I'm not going to pay Funimation $6 a month right now. Maybe later. But I know Laura Bailey is back as Tohru.
Oh,
it just makes me so happy inside.
Are they bringing back Kyo and...
I believe all the original four.
Okay.
So it's Tohru, Yuki, Kyo, and Shugure are all the same.
Okay, because like the thing you gotta realize, and we're not... we're not doing an episode of Who's That Voice Actor, I say, so that segment's not gonna take a month to show up. But like it was funny watching the My Hero Academia dub because Kyo and Yuki are in there.
They're both in there.
Yuki is the voice of Shigaraki, while Kyo is the voice
Nezu.
the voice of the principal.
Yeah.
So it was really funny having that, especially considering how those are basically inversions of their roles from Furuba.
It's so good.
I'm not claiming Kyo is the antagonist, but you know where I'm coming from.
He's the asshole. Let's be real.
Now, of course,
you have a negative.
I have a negative. and it is not really... It's not a sharp, pointed negative, but it is something that we have to talk about. And this is Dango Duo. We analyze stories and the storytelling medium in the form of anime. And I want to say that Furuba, I enjoyed my time with the original series, and if you want to know what we thought about it, I recommend you search for it. It may be recommended on the side of the screen.
We'll see what YouTube's algorithm wants to do.
If YouTube feels like rolling the dice, and we come up on the dice table. Mm-hmm. The one thing I want to say is that Fruits Basket, I hope that they will modernize it a little bit. Just the subtle details. Just having a little bit more of a conversation of these elements, because Fruits Basket, if it's taken whole cloth from the manga, is gonna feel a little bit outdated. Not because it itself is outdated, but because things that were not tropes back in 1998 are kind of tropes now.
Partially because of the success of series like Fruits Basket.
Yeah, and it's an uncomfortable thing to think about, because it doesn't mean Fruits Basket is tropey, but the things that came out of Fruits Basket later became tropes. And that's what happens when you have things that are ultimately the source material for a lot of other stories.
They're so influential on the market.
Fruits Basket is older than one of our closest friends. I want you to understand that some of you out there watching this
have never heard of
Fruits. You never went to Borders and saw all the Fruits Basket merch near the anime section.
You never bought the ugliest plushes ever made from Furuba. You were not there.
So in a way, I am excited for a new generation to be interested in Fruits Basket, because it's an interesting and cute fun story concept. And there's characters that I'm super excited to see again.
I'm so excited.
But I am a little hesitant because this is an older story, and that means that we, unless modernized or adapted for the times that we live in, it is gonna feel a little bit outdated.
But it could also be a charm point of it to be like, yeah, this came out in the early 2000s, and the technology still shows that.
Yeah, it's all in the cards. We'll see how the studio tackles it.
I believe in them. Listen, I just want them to actually finish.
It's so weird having Kitty the super positive one.
I mean, I usually am, but also.
I mean, you always have a negative.
I usually always have a negative, but not always.
Yeah.
I usually always. Yeah, exactly.
Usually always. You're also under the weather.
I'm a little under the weather.
Don't worry, we have 10 videos to record today, so I'm sure you'll do fine. Hey, guys.
I just took some Dayquil, it's fine.
Do we recommend Furuba?
Yes!
If you watched the original, I wholeheartedly recommend it, and if you love yourself some good old, don't take this the wrong way, some good old shoujo trash, this is the most shoujo it could be.
But it's also just really good, too. Because Tohru is just a great character.
Tohru is a really good character.
She will make your heart feel warm. There's so many warm, heart-feeling moments, and I'm gonna fucking cry thinking about it. And also, we are gonna keep watching it.
We're gonna keep watching
for as long as I can make Max watch it before we record another video.
Okay. Well, the review's over. You can go home now. Okay, so now, I am not being negative about it. It's just that you're being so positive that I have to kind of like...
You have to hone it back.
I have to hone it. I have to bring it back home.
I meant more in the fact that, like, how many episodes can I justify watching before we have to do another video?
What was the name of the bunny?
Momiji.
Fucking love Momiji.
Momiji
is so fucking good. And the snake?
Ayame.
Ayame
and Hattori.
So fucking
and Haru.
Okay.
And Kisa and Hiro.
The tiger can go fuck himself.
No, not the tiger.
Yeah,
that's
the little
Kisa.
boy. The little boy.
The
ram. The ram can go fuck himself.
Listen, he has...
He's a shitty kid. Like, literally...
He learns to be better.
It's the middle of the Venn diagram of all the things I hate. Shitty people, children.
I mean, that's fair, but he gets better,
If you're a child watching this right now, know that deep in my heart, I hate you.
You do not.
That's not true. I like kids.
You like all our children.
No, but like... Man, it doesn't help that like you're a little bit sick. So it sounds like you're slurring your words.
That's fair.
This whole video, you sound like you've been drunk.
I'm drunk on happiness, but that's not.
Yeah, no, you were so happy. You almost cried.
I did. I'm like, fuck. Oh, I want to see the OP so bad. The first episode didn't have it. It only had the ending, which was really good. But also, I want the OP, please.
I am.
And Hana and Uo, we didn't even talk about.
Oh yeah. The two friends look so good, and fucking let's go. Like the original series was very sweet, and it does the things in shoujo where you would think that it wouldn't touch on very meaningful emotional things, and amazing strong friendships, and Fruits Basket does it. Especially like Tohru's friends are so fucking good. You look at them and you think, oh, these are total fucking tropes, one-note characters, and they're not.
They're so deep, and you get episodes about. Well, you don't get episodes about them, but in the manga, you got whole chapters about them, and I cannot wait for those to be animated. Also, in this anime, because I just can't stop, there was blood.
Oh yeah, Japan.
That's like never happened.
Yeah.
There was blood when we talked about
fucking Tohru's mom got it real bad.
Yeah.
She got it real bad.
What the fuck? Are we gonna get...
Blood on the Asphalt style.
We might even get that episode.
What episode? Oh, the episode of her.
Yeah.
What? You want the slow motion? The car runs over.
No,
and...
it's a chapter in the manga.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. If we forgot to mention, I haven't read the manga.
That's
Kitty
true.
read all of it. You've done your
it's been
time.
a long time.
12 years of it in Azkaban.
Yeah. No, the Azkaban's dead.
Azkaban?
Azkaban.
Azkaban is the name of my favorite fucking Sentai show.
There we go.
Azkaban!
Alright, we need to end this before.
Hey guys, we're Dango Duo. We do anime content and Let's Play stuffs every single day. Links in the description down below for all the kind of bullshit you would like to see, like fucking Twitter accounts, ways to support us. Kitty hasn't set up the coffee yet, but she will someday. Someday. Hey guys. If you want to support us and what we do, we have a Patreon account that is patreon.com/Dango Duo. You get shoutouts, you get to watch the videos early, all of that good bullshit for just $1 a month. And that's a pretty good deal right there. So we're gonna do shoutouts right now, beginning with
Alexel Hoshi.
Amelia.
Angela.
Erasos.
Leah.
Luna.
And Sound. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah, I want to give a big thank you to all of our patrons, and I know this is going to sound a little bit silly. The most thank yous to Sound for putting up through the
hiatus.
Sound pledged to our Patreon the instant we went on hiatus.
The valley of nothing, and I'm so sorry, but thank you for sticking around.
Thank you for sticking around. Well, no, I know I haven't made the Patreon post yet, but like the next 2 months of videos are basically done.
Yeah.
And what I like the most about this new system is that since the reviews are done, we can move them around however we want, and we can prepare ourselves to be flexible with things. Like, for instance,
Furuba.
we were going to have a different review today, but because we wanted to do Furuba first, we just did it.
Yeah.
And next week, we will meet you again for...
Next week is Zombieland Saga.
Zombieland Saga.
Unless things go weird, but it should be good.
No, it will be Zombieland Saga.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Full anime reviews. Let's go. Kitty, say it.
We're going to go from spring and flash back to fall, and then we're going to jump all around the timeline, so it's fine. You're gonna have a wild time here at Dango Duo with the new format.
Yes,
New format, new rules, new editor, that's me.
But it's the same kind of bullshit you learn
bullshit.
love.
You
Yes,
learned to love.
Queen Slay!
That makes it sound like you're the one who's been saying Yas, Queen Slay, when it's really been me.
I'm making fun of you. You're the one who's been saying Yas, Queen Slay, like 24/7. You said it in the middle of a CTD episode, like, fucking, I think Fi was doing something. No, it was fucking, June was doing something. You were like, Yas, Queen!
I thought it was Fi punching someone.
It could have been Fi punching
It might have been
someone.
Fi punching name redacted.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Look forward to next week.
Fruits basket.
Furuba.